Hi everyone, my name is Megan and I'm a Senior MarTech Exec here at Innovation Visual, and today I'm joined by Vanessa, who is our MarTech Lead, and we're going to talk all things HubSpot's Breeze and explain why you need this really cool new piece of AI in your digital marketing toolkit. So I will pass over to Vanessa, who is going to start off with giving an overview of Breeze and starting to delve into more of its specific features.
No, great. Thanks, Megan. Yeah, so Megan and I recently went to Inbound, and one of the main topics that HubSpot spoke about was Breeze. So, what is Breeze? So, Breeze is HubSpot's new AI feature, and there's lots of components about it. There's lots of components of it, which we'll be talking about in our Digital Marketing Answered video today. So starting off with Copilot. So this is one of the features that they brought out, and this is an evolution of ChatSpot. And where you'll see this, you're going to see this in the main navigation. So you have access to Copilot at any point when you're in HubSpot, and Copilot acts like a personal assistant in your HubSpot. So you can ask, it looks like a live chat. You can ask it questions about your data, ask it to review, analyze your data within HubSpot. And also it's really clever. It can create content, so it can create blog articles, it can create social posts, ad posts, all sorts. Megan will be speaking about the content agent a little bit later on, which can do even more. But with Copilot, it's available in all hubs. So even if you don't have like certain packages, everyone has access to Copilot and can use it. So that was a very exciting feature that they brought out.
Yeah, it's really cool. And it's like Vanessa was saying later on, like I think some people get a bit confused by what's the difference between all the agents versus Copilot. But like as Vanessa's just saying, it's free. So that's great because it means everyone can use it. But I would say it's just a basic level chatbot AI tool versus all the agents, which I'll discuss later, which go into a lot more detail. But it's great that they've introduced something that everyone can access from the get-go.
Another thing that HubSpot shouted about a lot whilst we were inbound is Breeze Intelligence. And how I sort of see this is it's made up of three main features. The first one is data enrichment, the second one is buyer intent, and the third one being form shortening. So how this all came around is off the back of the HubSpot Clearbit acquisition that happened at the end of last year. And it's really, really cool. So when this is rolled out into everyone's HubSpot, what you'll be able to see at a contact and company level is an intelligent tab. And you'll be able to see all the data that HubSpot has about that contact or company. And then you will have the option to enrich your contact company with that data. So one thing that's worth mentioning is that this does come at an additional cost to your HubSpot package. So you need to buy like a certain amount of credits each month, which you can use each month. So how I know Megan and I have had conversations about this with the rest of the team, and how we see this is it's very similar to marketing contacts. So you have your limit each month. If you go over it, you go into the next tier. So you just need to make sure you're in control of what's happening month on month. And what's great is you can enrich contacts companies manually. So you can have users go in and manually do this, or you can do it by automation. So you can do it in a workflow. So if a contact company reaches a certain criteria, they get enrolled into the workflow, and then you can enrich the data that way. So it's really, really great.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, it is cool. It is cool. One thing that's also worth mentioning is so this will kind of be taking the place of HubSpot Insights, which is sunsetting. I think we said it was at the end of this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So also worth bearing in mind if you do use HubSpot Insights quite a lot.
And also another thing, like to add on to the back of that, is that I know some people have been a bit frustrated that HubSpot Insights is going, and then they're going to have to pay for Breeze Intelligence. But actually, it's worth knowing that the HubSpot Insights is quite a limited data set, and they were saying that it only gets updated like once a year, whereas Breeze Intelligence, like the data is getting updated every month, so it's the like freshest data you could have. So it's really beneficial to go for go for Breeze Intelligence if that's something you think your business needs.
Yeah, no, really good point, Megan. And it's so important. Like, I know we discuss this as a team quite a lot, how important the data that you have in your HubSpot, like how accurate it is, because that's how you base, all your segmentation. That's how you send like personalized emails, content. So it is so, so important, and it is a really, really valuable thing to do. So the next feature is buyer intent. And this is really, this is a very, very cool feature. So how this works is you'll be able to get more insights on like contacts, companies that are coming to your website before they even fill out a form. So, you can get notified of this. You can see, how active they are on your site. And it's just, super, super clever. How it works is with reverse IP and enrichment data. And it just gives you more insight to, what people are doing on your site and who is actually coming to your site.
Yeah, no, it's really cool talk. And I think as well, like it's worth noting, I know like you've had conversations with clients about this at the moment, but what would you recommend for clients or businesses in terms of like what would the next step be if this buyer intent has identified potential customers? Like what would you recommend clients do with that information?
No, that's a great question, Megan. So, once you get that notification, it would be a case of, because we do have limited knowledge of exactly who has come to the site, but would it be a case of like someone from the sales team going to LinkedIn, having a looking to see who's most likely going to be visiting you. So, for us, we're a digital marketing agency. If that happened to us, we could go and have a look and see, who their marketing manager is, who sits within their marketing team. And then it's a case of, if they're very active, reaching out to them in LinkedIn, and just, saying, oh, we've got this content. Are you interested? Setting up a call, if they're very, very active. So I'd say that would be the next step.
Yeah, perfect. Definitely.
Great. And then, the third feature of Breeze Intelligence, or what I would say main feature, is form shortening. So this is, another very, very cool feature. And it almost works like progressive form fields, but this is how I see it, but the other way around. So with progressive form fields, if we've got that data already within HubSpot, another field appears. But with form shortening, if we have that data already in HubSpot, what happens is a field will disappear. So there's less fields for a user to fill out. And I think the reason that HubSpot have done this is because it reduces friction with the user and then filling out the form. So this is also very, very cool. And one thing to note is, if you do use this feature, this will also be using credits, because what happens is contact will fill out the form if that data exists in your HubSpot already, or if HubSpot has that data within their database. Fields will be removed, that contact fills out the form, but a credit will be used because we will be getting that data from HubSpot. So another really great tool.
Cool. And just to clarify as well, just in case anyone's confused, so is the buyer intent also using the credits from the whole Breeze Intelligence, or is that a separate thing? How does the like pricing and access work for that?
Yes, Megan, that's a very, very good point. The buyer intent will also use credits as well.
Okay.
So
Cool.
any of these three features, when you know more about that contact or company, anytime we're getting data, we'll be using a credit.
Perfect. So now I'm going to talk about all the AI agents that were released as part of Breeze. And as Vanessa mentioned earlier, Copilot is already available to all portals, all packages, so that's amazing. Whereas I would say the AI agents kind of is similar to Copilot in how they operate, how they look, but they take everything to the next level, and they all have different features dependent on which hub they're part of. So what was really interesting is at Inbound, they kind of coined the phrase like there'll be an agent for that.
Yeah.
So rather than just having like one agent across the whole hub, it's really interesting to see that they've not just created one agent that can do everything. They've kind of like got layers of agents, and they were really pushing the idea that every agent has its own unique function and can help. So the 4 agents they introduced in addition to Copilot are content agent, social media agent, prospecting agent, and customer agent. And before I go on, it's really important to know that at the moment, all of these agents are currently in beta. So you can opt in to get given access to these agents, but they're only allowing a very limited number of HubSpot portals into the beta, just whilst they gather like feedback and everything. And we don't know, they didn't really hint at when they'll be officially launched into the relevant hubs, but considering Inbound was in September, and they've got like targets to put in certain portals by the end of the year. Hopefully, at the beginning of next year, they might fully come out of beta and be like available publicly. So at the moment, it's good to get ahead. It's good to talk about these agents, but right now, yeah, they're not fully available yet. Cool. So the first agent I'm going to talk about today is Content Agent, and this one is going to be amazing for like marketing managers, content assistants, copywriters, everything like that, because it is essentially like a new content like team member in your marketing team. And this agent is available in Content Hub Pro and Enterprise. So unfortunately not available for free or starter packages. But yeah, so that's really important, worth noting. And also there's no additional cost. Once the beta has gone and it's publicly available, you will be able to access Content Agent for free as part of your package. So that is great. So when Vanessa and I were in Inbound, we had a demo with the product specialist on Content Agent, and it was really cool, wasn't it? Yeah,
so good.
Very cool. And there's loads of different things you can do. So you can create you can have ideas, and you can create ideas, you can create landing pages, podcasts, case studies, blogs, basically all the types of content you can think of, it will create. So you can start off by giving an idea or a theme and a brand voice and things like that, and then it will immediately create it. So for instance, with the landing page option, we saw an example where like a full-on landing page within HubSpot was created with like spaces for CTAs, with imagery, with text, with titles, with like spaces for forms, like literally everything. So it takes away the hassle of having to create a full landing page from scratch. Like you've got a really good basis there to tweak as needed. It was really cool.
Yeah, sorry, Megan. It was very cool, wasn't it? So
yeah,
when we saw the demo, you filled in the different questions that Megan has, just spoken about, and it was just step by step. You fill it in, and then HubSpot generates this like landing page, blog, all within HubSpot. Within how you set up your templates, and it looked amazing.
Yeah,
really great.
So easy, and so like as Vanessa said, like it's step by step. So really anyone can follow the process. So it's really cool. But also what is really interesting is which I thought was really cool was the SEO part of it for the blogs. So within it they're teamed up with SEMrush, and you can actually put, rather than, I know a lot of companies like create blogs with ChatGPT or other AI tools, and whilst this is good and it's efficient and it saves time, it's not going to be SEO optimized. So what is really cool is the fact that you can identify a keyword, see its difficulty in the volume when actually creating a blog. So you don't have to, that blog is optimized for that keyword. So I think that's going to be like game changing.
Yeah. No, that's such a good point, Megan, because there's no point just creating content for the sake of creating content. Like you do actually
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially because, like, I know we talk about it a lot at Innovation Visual about how, you have to be careful with AI and creating blog content because you don't know, how Google is going to like penalize certain content. So it's a really good one to know that there's that option there to help optimize and things like that. It just really helps and know that you don't have to then run it through another tool. It's all done for you. So it's really cool, really interesting. I think that'll be a great one when that launches.
Yeah, definitely one of my favorite ones.
Yeah. And then the next one is the social media agent. So this is available in Content Hub Pro and Enterprise. So yeah, if you've got those packages, that's great, but it's not available in Starter. And yeah, not available if you say you've only got Marketing Hub, but not Content Hub, you won't have access to this AI agent. But the benefit is if you do have Content Hub, this agent's free. It's no extra charge. It's included within your package. So that is great. So the next AI agent I'm going to talk about as part of Breeze is the social media agent. This agent, to be honest, kind of does what it says on the tin. It helps you with everything social media. So already in HubSpot are excellent for their analytics tools of socials and you can schedule posts. But now this agent helps take things to the next level. So you can help create like content campaign ideas for social and like calendar of social, and it basically can create your social posts for you and tailor them dependent on social platform, because we all know they'll have different like character limits and different, they resonate with different platforms. So rather than posting the same thing across all platforms, it really tweaks it dependent on where it's going. So yeah, this is a really cool one. So then it means like now, rather than having to pay for tools like Hootsuite or other social like scheduling and creation tools, you can essentially do everything within HubSpot. So that will help, reduce costs for teams and things like that. So it's a really cool, like time saving, innovative and efficient AI agent. So that will be a really cool when that gets launched.
Yeah, and it's encouraging everyone to work in one place. So
yes.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Definitely. Cool. So the next agent I'm going to talk about is Customer Agent. So Customer Agent is available in Service Hub Pro and Enterprise. So Customer Agent is a really interesting one. So we know that, a lot of businesses that have customer service teams, they're inundated with tickets, inundated with like live chat, and it can be quite overwhelming to keep on top of everything. So this is where this agent comes in and will be super useful for these teams. So essentially, like I said at the start, with all these AI agents, HubSpot are really pushing us to think of them as team members. And what's really like funny with this is when you look in the detail of how to set things up, it will say like, what does this agent need to succeed in its role, and you like feed it content. So you could feed it like specific web pages from your website, and train it with your brand voice and things like that. And what it will do is will fully automate essentially the live chat option of your like AI bot. So for instance, you don't need to worry about answering live chat because the AI agent will do it for you. And because you're feeding it specific content, it's not going to just make up answers. It's going to only give answers based on the content on your site. So you can use knowledge-based articles like blogs or service pages, like everything will be personalized to your business. So yeah, you don't need to worry about it being incorrect. It will learn. So yeah, it will really help alleviate the pressure of having to reply instantly and jumping on that, because we all know customers get really dissatisfied if you're sat waiting for an agent for a long time. You want an answer now. So yeah, it really helps giving basically support 24/7. So I think this will be a really powerful one for, clients and businesses with big customer service teams, definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah, especially if they've got like global clients as well with the
Yes,
time difference.
exactly.
You don't have to have someone, if you're UK based or someone, wherever you're based, working
Yeah,
like silly hours. You've got your
yeah.
customer agent to stay up all night and do that for you.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And you don't, it's there for free, so you may as well use it. So yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, great point.
Mm.
Yeah. And then the last one that was announced that will be great for sales teams is Prospecting Agent. So this is available in Sales Hub Pro and Enterprise. So this agent again is a really innovative, interesting agent for sales team that really helps focus on the whole outreaching efforts, as you could imagine by its title. So essentially, what it could do is it can help personalize the initial up to 3 emails that you send your prospects. So it can automatically send these emails. So if you've got prospects within HubSpot that need following up, you can fully automate this with this agent. So you again can feed it tone of voice, and requirements like that. But what's really interesting is it will tailor its emails dependent on the company and contact information it's got in HubSpot. So it's not going to deliver the same 3 messages to all prospects in your database where it might not make sense or might not be relevant. It's really gonna it really tries to bring that human element, so the prospect at the other end just does, they don't realize it's an AI agent, they think it's you, but it helps alleviate that stress off the sales team for having to jump on stuff initially. It's going to be handled. And yeah, as I said, you can get it to be fully automated, so it can do it without you needing to check it. Or there's an option where you have a bit more control. So it can say, here's what I think for email 1, 2, or 3. What do you think? And you then approve it prior to it going. So there's no if you're not comfortable it being fully automated at the beginning, it's no problem. Likewise, you can test it first with the more manual option, and then when you're happy with the sort of responses it's doing, you can set it to be fully automated. So again, it helps to keep the sales pipeline full, keep prospects engaged, and increase the opportunities for generating leads.
Yeah, no, I absolutely loved this agent. I just think it must be so great if you're in a sales team, because timing is everything, isn't it, with leads? And just
Definitely.
knowing that you've got, I don't know, if you get given a lead, but you're on the road the next day, but your agent is
Yeah.
messaging them straight away in the exact way you would message to them, it just takes a lot of pressure off. I think it's a really great agent. Yeah.
Definitely. And I think that's the key thing with all these agents that we've speaking about today, even Copilot. The whole point of them is to take pressure off teams. It's to, I know people get a bit scared about AI and say oh, is it going to put us out of a job? But I think it's not about that. It's helping you do your job better. It's helping take the more admin bits where, it's a bit of a faff. It's quite time consuming. Why not let an AI agent do it for you? And you can then do the more challenging stuff, the more complicated stuff, the stuff that interests you more. So it's all about helping, marketing teams, sales teams, service teams do their job better and help alleviate, pressure and stress where it's currently there in the business. So yeah, I think they're really great. And even with all the stuff you spoke about as well, Vanessa, it's all about taking things to the next level. How cool is it that you can identify companies that are visiting your site, so then it
Amazing.
gives the sales team some guidance. They're not fully outreaching to cold prospects. The prospects already quite warm. So it's all really intelligent stuff, and I think we just have to get started with it really, and hopefully people can come to us if they need any help with it or
Yeah.
discuss. But
No, really good points, Megan. Yeah, completely agree. AI is, it is here. It's here to stay, and it's just about how you use it to make you better at work, make everything that you're doing at work better. And and just making sure you're staying up to date with everything, because yeah, I think a lot of people are using AI. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, really, really cool. So yeah, like Megan said, if you did have any questions or anything, please feel free to reach out to either of us or anyone at the MarTech team, or anyone in the team really, if you did have any questions, because we'd be happy to have more of a conversation with you about this. But yeah, thank you for watching our Digital Marketing Answered video and podcast if you're listening. If you want to stay up to date with Innovation Visual's Digital Marketing Answers podcast, please click subscribe. And if you did find this interesting or you have any questions, feel free to add a comment in the section, and also like and share it as well. So yeah, thanks very much.